If cortisol came with a dollar sign attached, America's healthcare system would have minted more billionaires than Silicon Valley ever dreamed of. Hit 60 and you can't sleep through the night? Welcome to blood pressure meds. A little extra belly fat shows up? Here's another prescription. Feeling run down and foggy? Sleeping pills? Anxious and on edge? Antidepressants get tossed on the pile. The crazy part, every one of those pills is just putting a band-aid on the symptom while the real culprit keeps cashing checks in the background. That culprit is cortisol, your body's built-in stress hormone, and it's climbing higher every single day you're alive in the modern world. The truly terrifying thing isn't some dramatic crash. It's how quietly it destroys you. No warning lights, no sirens, just slow, relentless damage that most doctors never even mention. Cortisol doesn't just make you feel stressed. It wages war on your body. It leaches calcium from your bones, blurs your eyesight, literally shrinks key parts of your brain, and turns your arteries into clogged pipes. The good news? You don't need another doctor visit or another orange prescription bottle to shut this sabotage down. The most powerful tool is already sitting in your refrigerator and pantry right now: real food. I'm the guy who spent years deep in the trenches of functional health, and I'm handing you the exact playbook. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the 5 everyday foods that slam the brakes on cortisol, restore deep sleep, melt chronic stress, and hit the pause button on aging, plus the 3 sneaky things you must ditch today if you're serious about staying sharp and strong. This isn't some fad diet or calorie counting nonsense. This is your no medication survival map to aging like a badass. On your terms, not Big Pharma's. Do you ever jolt awake at 2 or 3 a.m. with no idea what pulled you out of sleep? Are you eating healthy, working out, yet that stubborn belly fat keeps creeping on? Do you drag through the day feeling like you're running on fumes, or like there's a low-grade fire burning inside your body, even though your doctor shrugs and says your labs are fine? If any of that hits home, please don't brush it off. The hidden driver behind all of it is often cortisol, the stress hormone most people have never heard of, yet after 60 it can quietly rob you of deep sleep, sharp memory, emotional resilience, and the ability to bounce back from life's daily wear and tear. Cortisol itself isn't the villain. In the right doses, it's your built-in alarm system that keeps you sharp when danger or deadlines strike. The real trouble starts when that alarm gets stuck in the on position and never gives you a break. Once you hit your 60s, the body's built-in stress control center, the HPA axis, starts to lose its precision. Think of it like a thermostat that can no longer tell when the house is warm enough. It just keeps pumping out heat. As a result, cortisol levels that should drop low at night and stay moderate during the day refuse to stand down. When that internal alarm screeches 24/7, the fallout is brutal. You sleep like you're on a bad camping trip. Fat piles on around your midsection, even when your diet is solid. Muscle melts away, bones get thinner, brain fog rolls in, and your risk of heart attack or stroke climbs higher than most people realize. Here's the kicker: almost nobody, patients or even doctors, pays serious attention to cortisol. Why? Because Big Pharma hasn't rolled out a single FDA-approved drug that directly lowers it. Instead, the default fix is to throw sleeping pills, antidepressants, or anti-anxiety meds at the symptoms and hope something calms the fire. It's like mopping the floor during a flood instead of turning off the broken pipe. The catch? Those prescription band-aids, sleeping pills, antidepressants, benzos, rarely solve anything. Worse, they can hook you into dependency, turn your brain to mush, and send you stumbling around your own house with a higher chance of breaking a hip. They're treating the smoke, not putting out the fire. Here's the good news nobody's shouting from the rooftops. You can bring cortisol back under control naturally, and this isn't some granola cruncher myth. Top-tier research out of UCLA, Harvard, and the Mayo Clinic shows that specific foods, eaten at the right times and combined the right way, actually retrain your stress system. They quiet the alarm in your brain, boost feel-good serotonin where 90% of it is made, your gut, keep your blood sugar from crashing at 3 a.m., and finally let your body shift into repair mode, all without a single pill bottle in sight. Food 1, fatty fish. Here's something that sounds almost too simple to be true. Eating just one good-sized portion of salmon a week can deepen your sleep, lift your mood, and even sharpen your recall. This isn't wishful thinking. It's documented in peer-reviewed studies again and again. A lot of folks over 60 swear they eat clean, yet they still wake up at dawn feeling wired and tired, anxious for no clear reason, and like their brain is wrapped in cotton. 9 times out of 10, the missing piece is omega-3s, specifically the heavy-hitting EPA and DHA your body can't make on its own. Wild-caught fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines are hands down the richest natural source of those two fats. They don't just protect your ticker, they walk straight into the control room of your stress system, dial down the overactive HPA axis, cool runaway inflammation, and steady the electrical chatter in your brain so cortisol finally backs off and lets you live again. Here's how it actually works inside your body. EPA steps in and quiets the nonstop danger, texts your brain keeps firing at your adrenal glands, while DHA keeps your brain cells supple and quick on the draw. Put them together and you get the kind of deep, restorative sleep you haven't had in years. Far fewer 3 a.m. stare-at-the-ceiling moments, blood pressure that stops climbing the walls, and a nervous system that finally chills out. Stick with wild-caught salmon, sardines, herring, or mackerel whenever you can. Those are the gold standard. Steer clear of the big predator fish like swordfish or king mackerel more than once in a blue moon because of mercury buildup. Keep it simple. Steam, bake, or lightly grill with a splash of good olive oil, then throw it on a pile of dark leafy greens or next to half an avocado. That combo rockets the absorption through the roof. Sure, you can grab an omega-3 capsule if you're in a pinch, but real food from the ocean beats any pill on the shelf every single time. Food 2. Dark leafy greens and magnesium-rich foods. Most of us toss some veggies on the plate without ever thinking they're secretly running the show behind our hormones. Take dark leafy greens. Kale, spinach, Swiss chard, arugula. They're absolutely loaded with magnesium, a mineral that acts like a chill pill for your nervous system and helps slam the brakes on excess cortisol, the main stress hormone that loves to hang around way too long. On top of that, the fiber in vegetables is pure food for your gut microbes. When those trillions of tiny gut residents are happy and well-fed, they keep the gut-brain communication line steady and drama-free. A peaceful gut, a peaceful brain, and way less random cortisol spikes. Plus, leafy greens come packed with antioxidants that knock down chronic low-grade inflammation. The sneaky background noise that keeps cortisol levels elevated even when life feels fine. Bottom line, eating more greens isn't just healthy, it's one of the most direct ways to tell your stress system to calm the heck down. If you're looking to load up on these hormone-balancing superstars, put these on heavy rotation. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, bok choy, broccoli, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and avocado. My personal go-to, a big skillet of gently sautéed greens drizzled with good olive oil and a pinch of sea salt. Do that a few days in a row and you'll actually feel your body exhale. Less tension, better sleep, calmer energy. Quick heads up though. If you've ever had calcium oxalate kidney stones, go easy on the spinach. It's high in oxalates. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin, keep your vitamin K intake steady day to day. Don't suddenly start eating 3 bunches of kale after months of none. And whatever you do, don't boil the life out of your veggies. A quick steam or light sauté keeps the magnesium, fiber, and antioxidants where they belong, in you. Magnesium and fiber might not get the hype that collagen peptides or adaptogens do, but once you're past 60, they're straight up non-negotiable. They're the quiet foundation that keeps your hormones, gut, and nerves from throwing tantrums. Treat them like the MVPs they are. Food 3. Fermented foods and probiotics. Here's a stat that'll blow your mind. More than 80% of your serotonin, the feel-good chemical that keeps you calm, happy, and sleeping like a baby, is actually made in your gut, not your brain. So if you're doing all the right things, eating clean, hitting the pillow on time, yet still feel wired, on edge, or just plain blah, the real culprit might be hiding in your microbiome. Load up on real fermented foods. Think sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, full-fat Greek yogurt, or a good kombucha, and you're basically sending reinforcements to the good bacteria. They crowd out the troublemakers, turn down systemic inflammation, and quiet the nonstop stress chatter traveling up the gut-brain highway. The result? Your brain stops getting false alarms, cortisol finally takes a break, and you start feeling like the chill version of yourself again. Your daily gut reset doesn't have to be complicated, just a few bites of the good stuff. We're talking real plain yogurt, full fat is fine, kefir, kimchi, miso paste in soup, or a small glass of legit kombucha. A couple spoonfuls or a few ounces a day is all it takes to start turning the tide. People who add these in consistently tell me their digestion smooths out, the bloat disappears, their mood feels steadier, sleep gets deeper, and even their memory feels sharper. A few pro tips so you don't shoot yourself in the foot. Always look for the words "Live Active Cultures" on the label. Anything else is just expensive flavored water. Skip the sugary dessert yogurts and don't chase kimchi with donuts. Sugar feeds the exact bacteria you're trying to starve out. And if your gut's been cranky for years, ease in gently. Start with a tablespoon or two so you don't overwhelm the system. Probiotic pills can be a backup plan, but nothing beats the real fermented foods. They deliver hundreds of bacterial strains plus all the natural compounds supplements can't copy. Do the real thing, and your gut and your brain will thank you fast. Food 4. Herbal teas and green tea. Never underestimate the power of a steaming mug. It's one of the fastest, cheapest ways to put the brakes on runaway cortisol. Green tea, especially matcha, and good quality dark cacao are loaded with two rockstar compounds, L-theanine and EGCG. Together, they flip your brain into alpha wave mode, the same relaxed, creative state you hit during a perfect meditation session or a long drive with your favorite playlist. Timing matters. Sip some chamomile or a low-caffeine green tea an hour before bed, and you'll fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Hit a serving of real matcha first thing in the morning, and you get laser focus without the jitters or mid-morning crash coffee loves to deliver. In the afternoon slump, a square of 85% plus dark chocolate or a small cup of cacao gives you steady energy, kills sugar cravings, and keeps your mood on an even keel. Turn it into a non-negotiable ritual. 10 quiet minutes, no phone, just you and the mug. That simple pause sends a loud and clear signal to your nervous system. Hey, we're safe. You can stand down. Skip the sugar, fake flavors, and chugging strong tea on an empty stomach. That's a one-way ticket to the jitters. Do it right, and this little daily habit becomes your secret weapon for staying calm, sharp, and in control, no matter what life throws at you. Food 5. Vitamin C-rich fruits and vegetables. The older we get, the more our bodies have to fight a hidden enemy called oxidative stress. Think of it as internal rust that quietly revs up cortisol and keeps it elevated way longer than it should. Your best defense? Load up on real vitamin C and a rainbow of antioxidants that shield your adrenal glands like bodyguards and stop those unnecessary cortisol surges in their tracks. We're talking blueberries, strawberries, kiwi, oranges, red bell peppers, and broccoli. These aren't just healthy foods, they're straight up adrenal armor. These same foods do double duty. They crank out fresh collagen so your skin stays firm, keep your blood vessels strong and flexible, and help you bounce back faster after a rough day or a killer workout. The magic isn't in eating a truckload once a week. It's in showing up every single day with a handful of berries at breakfast, some sliced peppers in your lunch, or half a kiwi as an afternoon snack. Pro move, eat them fresh or barely cooked, and always pair them with a little healthy fat, a drizzle of olive oil, a few almonds, half an avocado. That's how your body actually absorbs the goods. Make it a non-negotiable habit and you'll feel the difference. Less stress, faster recovery, and energy that doesn't crash by 3 p.m. Your adrenals will finally get the memo that they don't have to be on red alert 24/7. Foods that trigger cortisol. Nothing torpedoes your cortisol faster than refined sugar and processed starch. That morning bagel, the healthy granola bar, or the giant bowl of pasta with no protein, they all jack your blood sugar sky high, then send it crashing. Your body reads that roller coaster as an emergency and pumps out cortisol like it's fighting off a bear. Do that day after day and you've got chronic stress with zero drama required. Fix it by ditching the white bread, white rice, and sugary junk. Swap in real whole grains. Always pair any carb with protein or fat. And never, ever let dessert be the first thing that hits an empty stomach. Fast food and ultra-processed garbage are even worse. They're stripped of nutrients, spiked with weird oils and additives, and basically turn your hormones into a 24/7 fire drill. Your adrenals never get a break because they're constantly putting out metabolic fires. Treat that stuff like the rare indulgence it should be, and for the love of sleep, keep it out of your evenings. Late-night drive-through runs are a one-way ticket to feeling like trash the next day. Then there's caffeine and alcohol, two old friends that turn into enemies as we age. That 3 p.m. latte or the just one glass of wine at dinner can keep cortisol simmering for hours, wreck your deep sleep, and throw your entire circadian rhythm out of whack. If you're not ready to quit, at least play smart. Cap caffeine at noon, switch to decaf or green tea after that. Keep alcohol early and tiny, one drink max, done by 6 p.m. Your adrenals and your sleep will thank you, and you'll wake up feeling like a human instead of a zombie. Lifestyle factors that matter. Many people eat vegetables without realizing their powerful hormonal effects. Dark leafy greens are among the richest natural sources of magnesium, one of the most important minerals for calming the nervous system and lowering cortisol. Fiber in vegetables nourishes gut bacteria, stabilizing the gut-brain axis. A calm gut sends peaceful signals to the brain, preventing unnecessary cortisol release. Leafy greens also contain antioxidants that fight chronic inflammation, another hidden trigger for constant cortisol elevation. Don't forget to subscribe to Smart Senior Living for practical wellness tips, simple routines, and smart everyday advice to help you stay healthy, safe, and confident, one step at a time. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Subscribe to Smart Senior Living and join our community, because living well gets easier when we do it together.